Hey friends, welcome back. So typically I like to film when I'm by myself and I can like speak out loud at a regular level. My husband's home because he's sick and I'm trying not to disturb him. Hopefully you guys don't mind the quiet voice situation. Hopefully the sound will be better. We'll see in post, but welcome back. I've come with kind of bad news. Dude, I hate doing this. I'm tuckered out on the Halloween celebrations. It is currently November 1st, no longer Halloween. And I know that I said that I would post my video using my airbrush a day or two after Halloween, but I just kind of feel like I'm done. I hope that's okay. We will be playing with the airbrush today. I have something pretty cool in mind. I'm actually planning on doing some nails, but more so for fall, not so much for Halloween. And yeah, I hope that's okay with you guys. I know that I made promises. I tried very hard to deliver. It's just been a week. Y'all, it's been a week. Long story short, my pinched nerve did end up flaring up, and not just that, but like had a bunch of other family stuff going on, a lot of appointments, and so I am just gonna take that Halloween idea that I originally thought I would do. I'm gonna take it, put it in my back pocket, and we will see it next year if all goes well. And honestly, I still feel pretty good. I did manage to do 4 sets of Halloween inspired nails. I really enjoyed it. I love sculpting and I was able to sculpt pretty much for every one of those sets. So I'm okay with moving on. That's the plan for today. I'm basically just going to be chilling out. So we're going to throw some cover tips on and get to this fall inspired design so that I can post this on time. Maybe next week I can do a set using polygel. What do you guys think? Let me know if you guys are interested in polygel. So if you want to hang out with me for a little bit and check out how I do this fall inspired nail set, and then I hope that you'll keep on watching. All right, so first things first, I'm going to pick out my sizes for my cover tips, and I'm going to be using the Apre Natural Almond Medium, and they look like these. I'm gonna need to restock on some of these sizes pretty soon. Look at how few 3s I have left. All right, I picked out my sizes. I'm gonna prep my nails. Currently, I only have a bit of base gel on my nails as well as top gel, just to protect them a little bit. Y'all know the drill. I change out my sets so often that my natural nails are pretty beat up. So in order for them to be somewhat protected, I like to give a nice generous coat of base gel and then apply some top coat over top to strengthen them a bit. So from here, I'm basically just going to buff my nails to remove the shine. I'm going to be using the Blue Cross cuticle remover, and this is something that I just added to my routine. I like this because it's not aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I'm removing my cuticle, I don't have to be too hard on my actual cuticles. I basically just apply a tiny bit, let it chill for a few seconds, and then go in, scrape off what I can scrape off, and then my cuticles are set. So that is pretty much going to be my nail prep. And then of course, dehydrator and primer, but we'll get to that in a sec. And then we will reconvene to pop these cover tips on. Not doing anything too aggressive. Again, I'm just kind of scratching up the surface of the nail to remove the shine, and then I'll dust everything off. Okay, so I had to switch over to my e-file so that I could use my sanding band. This is just a lot quicker, but it's the same concept, just taking off the shine. I'm at the lowest speed of my e-file, which is at 3 RPM. And now I'm just gonna wipe my cuticles really well and move on to my other hand. So I'm going to take my primer and I'm going to etch the underside of each of these cover tips. This ensures that they stay on a lot longer. If I were to not do this, my cover tips would pop off within a couple of hours pretty much. So this step is pretty important. I could also have used my e-file to do the etching, again just at a super low speed and basically just lightly scratching the underside, but this is just what I prefer right now. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I just like to use the primer. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Now I'm just adding some dehydrator and primer. And then I'm going to add a slip layer of my glue gel. This is what I use to adhere my cover tips. And I've been doing this method quite a bit. I think it really helps me gauge a little bit better how much glue gel I'm supposed to use, because if I don't do it, I always end up kind of needing to fill in humongous gaps under the nail, under the cover tip, because I don't use enough glue gel. But this makes it a lot easier. So I am missing a little bit of glue gel, so I'm just going to fill in the two nails that need it, which is my ring finger and my pinky. And I basically just do it with my liner brush. And then I also am going to coat my underside of the cover tips. I'm going to coat them with top coat. This just makes it look a lot neater. And now I'm just going to shape the cover tips so that they fit my nail accordingly. And I'm going to take off the shine as well. So now that the cover tips have been shaped and buffed and ready to go, I'm going to add a coat of base gel just to make sure that the cuticle has been sealed, and then I can move on to the design. Hey guys, so just realized that I never spoke about the details for the set design. So this is where the inspo came from. I basically hopped on Pinterest as per usual, put a cute little Pinterest board together and included pictures with fall fashion and some home decor that I really liked. And I sort of pick and choose what I want to include from this Pinterest board in particular. So that is where the inspo comes from. Just FYI, because I know I usually talk a little bit more about the plan for the set, but this one was a little more straightforward. So just FYI. Guys, I hated the way that my nails were coming out. I had to restart like 3 times. I was just kind of not feeling it. So that's why you may see my left hand look a little janky just because of the amount of times that I had to start over. But anyway, I have a clearer idea as to what I want to do. This is the color palette that I've been kind of working with. I definitely think that these are the shades that will look a lot better and will kind of go the best with the Pinterest board that I had going as inspo. So because I am going to be using my airbrush, I figure let me pair some of these airbrush paints with the gel polishes that I'm going to be using. Here's the plan. So on this beautiful chocolatey brown, I'm going to be using the white, mix just a tiny hint of yellow into the white just to make it closer to the neutral ivory that I'll be using as well. And then on the white ivory, I'm going to use this kind of like reddy wine. I think that'll pair really nicely. It kind of looks like the other wine gel polish color that I have on the palette. And then on the green, I think I should use this sea green. I'm probably going to mix it with something else. I'm not entirely sure yet. I think it'll match nicely. It also looks kind of nice on my skin. That's what I'm going to be using on this green. On the red wine kind of shade, I'm going to pair it with the white as well, the white that I'm going to be mixing. I do want to use this Bandy gel polish, the cat eye gel polish. This is the shade Coral Aurora. I wanted to kind of peek through the airbrushing that I'll be doing. All of these stencils that I bought from Temu, I'm pretty sure. I think I want to use some of the butterflies. I think those will look nice with the set. I have some moons, some stars, so that's what I'm going to be using. They kind of reminded me of some of the decorations that I saw on the pins that I have on the inspo board. That's what we're going to go for. Okay, so first I'm going to start off as I usually do with all of the base colors first. So I'm starting off with this one from V Beauty Pure. This is number 137. It's this really warm chocolatey brown. It's a really nice shade. I'm probably gonna have to do 2 coats. Now I'm just going in with my liner brush and kind of getting a little closer to the cuticle, and I'm going to add my second coat after curing. Alright, and then using the Bessie Ivory White, that's what I'm going to put on my index. I really like the shade very much. I've been using it quite a bit. Just cleaning off the tiny spillage. And now this shade from Bessie, G16 Sap Green. Oh, just look at this shade. Oh my goodness. And I have this red wine kind of shade. I love it for this time of year. I think it's such a good fall kind of shade. This one I definitely have to do 2 coats on. And now I'm just going to use this one from Bessie. This is B15 Play Blue. I like it because it kind of matches the top on this pen. Now that I have both hands painted and ready to go, I'm going to add my cat eye to the ring fingers. Ooh, look at that. That's so pretty. also going to add a matte top to all of my nails to prep them for the airbrush. Napkin ready. I'm gonna mix in a few drops of the white and also mix like a teeny tiny drop of this yellow and then mix it with my spatula. I think I want to add this stencil. That came out ugly, so I'm just gonna remove it and I'm going to add the other side, the other half of the stencil instead. There's definitely a learning curve. Oh my goodness gracious. So I still have to learn how to decrease and increase my DPI, I think it's called. Or, yeah, right? Because it was a little too aggressive. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so I'm going to do the other hand, and I'm pretty much going to be working on both hands at the same time because of the way that you have to flush out the airbrush before adding a different color. So it's just kind of what we have to do. These tweezers though are coming in clutch. I am not too worried about the airbrush paints getting on my skin. They are water-based, so it's totally fine. I'm just gonna wait a couple of minutes for the paints to dry, and I'm gonna add the base coat that is recommended over top just to seal the paint. Gosh darn, I totally forgot. I had to file the free edge before adding my base gel. It's okay though, we'll do it on the other hand. Cool, okay. For comparison, there's a learning curve, but not only that, because you're pulling on the airbrush trigger, I don't know what it's called, but because you're pulling it and you have to do so carefully, I still have to figure out how much force to use with my left hand. So this is the difference that you can definitely tell. The left hand, there's a little more control on the stencil as opposed to the designs on the right, but that's okay. I also accidentally scraped some of the paint off, whoops, but I'm basically just gonna keep going. I'm gonna add the butterfly. I really liked this one in particular. I kind of wish it had the antennae. With my airbrush, I'm going to kind of go around the edge of the butterfly. I'm not going to aim at the center, if that makes sense. I think that gives more of the airbrush look that I'm looking for. This airbrush is crazy noisy though, FYI. So again, I am waiting a few minutes just to let the paint dry before adding the base gel. So otherwise it's just gonna get all smeared if I don't allow it to dry. And for the middle nail, I think I want to do like a green aura. I think that'll be a nice little touch. And I'm gonna do a light blue aura for the pinkies. I'm gonna file them this time. I'm not gonna forget. I'm gonna file the free edge and then apply the base gel. So now that the paint has been sealed, I'm gonna start adding little accents here and there. So I'm gonna use this weird looking gold paint that I have. And I know it's like defeats the purpose of the airbrush stencil, but I don't know. I think I kind of like it. I'm gonna outline the moon and the stars on the ring fingers. I really like this one because you can see the cat eye popping out. It's exactly what I envisioned. It gives this design a little more depth. Now I'm just gonna add some of these, I forget what they're called, but they're basically little metal rhinestones. I'm gonna go around the nail to kind of give it like a frame of sorts. And I'm just using a little bit of rhinestone glue around the edge of the nail and then applying those metal pieces. I will be adding builder gel to the nails, but that's going to be toward the end once everything has been applied. All of the little accents have been applied. I'm going to use these super tiny ones here for the index finger. I like it, but I'm going to mimic what I did on the thumb. I'm going to mimic that on the ring finger. So on the pinky, I think what I want to add is maybe like a gold moon or maybe the sun accent. I do have to bend it a little bit just so that it has that kind of round edge. But you know what I mean? Because otherwise it's going to stick out flat. And I want it to kind of hug my actual nail. So I'm going to apply a little bit of rhinestone glue, set the little metal sun, and then before curing, I'm going to go over it with a little bit of base gel just to kind of even everything out so that there isn't that little mountain of rhinestone glue. I'm gonna use this super cool foil that I have. It's basically like craft foil. I think it'll be nice. I really liked the tiny gold floral accents on these dresses, so I kind of want to mimic that a little bit, you know? And now I'm going to add a slip layer of my builder gel and then apply a nice generous dollop and kind of work it down the nail to build the apex just a little bit, because these metal pieces made the nail look a little warped. So the builder gel will help round everything out again. Gonna flash cure, and then I will be doing a full cure once I've applied the builder gel to all of the nails. just gonna top coat. Oh my goodness, what do you guys think? I freaking love these so much. I'm so happy. I thought these were gonna look kind of, I don't know. I didn't believe in myself as much as I should have. I really like these. These are so cute. Love. I love the butterflies. I think that's probably my favorite nail, but I also really like the blue nail, the pinkies. They're super cute. That just pop of color, I dig it. I could stare at these all day. Oh my gosh. Anywhoosies, y'all, I'm so sorry. This is likely going to go up pretty late. My apologies for being late. So that is going to be it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. If you want to hang out with me in the future, don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you. Hit that like button because it helps me out so much. Truly does. If you have any ideas for any future designs that you'd like to see from me, let me know down below. I'd be happy to check those out. And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.